Alright, you guys, we are on the road to WrestleMania, and of course the first stop is Elimination Chamber. But in this video, I wanted to talk about how I would book WrestleMania if I was the one calling the shots. And I have some matches that I would put on the WrestleMania card right now. So let's jump right into those. Alright, you guys, so obviously Elimination Chamber is the first stop, and this is where two more people will punch their ticket to WrestleMania. We already have Liv Morgan and Roman Reigns, who both won the Royal Rumble and have their tickets punched. We know that we are getting Roman and Punk, which honestly is exactly what I would have booked, so I'm happy for that one. But let's talk about the matches that I would put on the match card for WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. And you guys let me know if you guys agree or if you have some other options, because I always love playing this like fantasy booking game if I was the one in creative control. So the first match that we have is Drew's championship. Who's facing Drew at WrestleMania? I would put Cody Rhodes in that picture, but I would also put Randy Orton. I would have a triple threat for Drew's title because we have seen the history with Drew and Cody, so we know that that is kind of a given there. But we've also seen Randy lurking in the background. Randy has had his eye on that title for months and months and months now. So what better way to not only give Cody another shot at his title, but to also give Randy that shot that he deserves. A triple threat between Drew, Cody, and Randy for the title would absolutely cook. And to be quite frank with you, Randy would be my pick here because Randy has not been a title holder in a while. He has not gotten that title singles run that he deserves in a long time. So I would book this triple threat match. I think it would be fantastic. And you already have a star-studded championship match with Roman and Punk, so you need another one. And what better way to do that than to have Cody and Randy compete for Drew's belt? I think that's perfect. And then, of course, I feel like it's a given that Liv and Stephanie are going to go toe-to-toe for her title. So who faces Jade is the big question. And I talked about it in my Elimination Chamber video. And I think, obviously, the best pick here is Bianca. I think Jade versus Bianca would be a great match. Everybody is just waiting for Bianca to return. We've been anticipating it for so long now. So what better way for her to return than to be on the road to WrestleMania and compete for that title. And honestly, like I said in my Elimination Chamber match, I think it makes the most sense. We know that Bianca did not like the moves that Naomi was making as a heel. She's not going to like the moves that Jade's making as a heel. And she's been off for so long that she's going to want to come back in the strongest way possible, and that's competing for a title. So I think as long as Bianca's healthy, as long as that finger is doing her right, this has to be the match. I don't think there's another option if Bianca's healthy. Quite honestly, I think that Jade and Bianca is literally set in stone if Bianca is going to be healthy by WrestleMania. I think it's perfect. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Finn. We've seen him make some noise in the World Heavyweight Championship picture, but that's not where he belongs. We have been waiting for the Finn and Dom feud for so long, and I think it's time to have that on WrestleMania. I think that Finn is going to, we've seen Finn kind of get sick of Dom, and sick of like kind of underestimating him. So I think the perfect way for this to go is for Finn to lose at Elimination Chamber and then just completely crash out and attack Dom and have that feud go into WrestleMania. I think that the people have been waiting for it, the people have been asking for it, and what better way to do it? This is your biggest night. Let's do it. Let's pull that trigger. Let's make that move. And let's make this feud happen because we know that the Judgment Day are not strong at all. We have Finn and Dom who are constantly bickering. We have Liv and Raquel who have stepped on each other's toes. So this is the time to break that group up, and this is the time to carry those storylines into the WrestleMania picture. And so Finn versus Dom should immediately be on the card. And then another one that we should see, which we are getting a little bit of it at Elimination Chamber, is Becky versus AJ versus Natty. Let's do a triple threat here because we already have the rumblings for that storyline started. Obviously, the Becky AJ history explains itself. But then on Monday Night Raw, this past week, we saw that AJ came out to help Maxine when Natty was attacking her, and right there is your opening to put Natty in this feud as well. And what better way to have a match for this title than to have three big stars and honestly three legends in it? Like, they are iconic. Everyone knows them. Everyone knows what they have done for the business and what they can continue to do. So I would absolutely love this match. I would be seated the entire time, and I think it would be a great one. I think people would really thrive on it. Plus, we haven't got to see a lot of Natty in this like big title picture recently, and I think she deserves that. I think she deserves that respect, and I think that she deserves that chance and that moment to shine, because this character work that she is doing with this Natty character versus Natalya is fantastic, and I absolutely love it, and I hope they keep it going because I think it really only strengthens her presence in the ring, outside the ring, everywhere. And then finally, we're going to talk about the women's tag titles. Now, obviously, there's other titles to be defended. At this point in time, though, I don't know what that looks like. So I didn't want to put those on here. Like Julia, I don't know who's best to defend that title against at this moment in time. The Usos, I'm really not sure either. I feel like those two divisions need to be strengthened before I could pick an opponent for them for WrestleMania, so I didn't include them. The women's tag team that I included, though, and I think that this would be a crazy match, but it would be a good match, is to have a 5-way tag team match for the titles. It could be tables, ladders, and chairs. It could be no rules. I don't care. Tornado, twister, don't care. Do not care. But the women's tag division has developed a lot of great tag teams. And we know that Rhea and Io are holding those tag titles right now. I feel very confidently that they will hold them into WrestleMania. But there's some big names in here. So for me to pinpoint one specific, it was impossible. Like, I couldn't do it. So I think we should have a 5-team tag match for the titles with Rhea and Io, Lyra and Bayley, Charlotte and Alexa, the Kabuki Warriors, and the Bella Twins. Talk about star power. Like, that match would be amazing, and honestly, any of them could win. Any single one could win because there are so much history between all of them. There is so much storyline between all of them. It is the easiest build for a storyline match ever because there's history between all of these people. And it's got star power. You have Rhea, you have Io, you have the Bella Twins who just came back, you have Charlotte and Alexa who were 2 top dogs, you have Bayley, 4 horsewoman, Lyra, rising star, Asuka, amazing. Like, all of these people. Why would you not do that? Why would you not do that? That would be the easiest booking on your card. So I definitely think that's where the women's tag titles should go. I cannot just choose one of these teams for Rhea and Io to go against because I think they're all fantastic. So I would definitely put that on the match card. That would bring a lot of shock power, a lot of star power. And it would be great for WrestleMania, honestly. I think it would really, really draw people in. And if there's anybody that could do it, it's these women. So that would be my match for the women's tag titles. And those would be my matches that I could book right now. Obviously, like we said, there's some other matches there that are possibilities. And Julia should definitely defend her title at WrestleMania. The Usos should definitely defend the tag titles at WrestleMania. I just don't know what that looks like right now. Carmelo is another one. He should definitely get a WrestleMania match. I just don't know what their opponents look like right now. So I am not confident enough to just throw out a name because I want history and I want a storyline build. So hopefully over the next few weeks we do get that with those titles. That way we can add them to this list. But who would you book for the WrestleMania match card? Let me know, and do you like any of the matches that I threw out there? As always, subscribe, like, follow me on all socials, and I'll see you guys next time.